We're in the hitty. Who's on? Let me know. Type a 9 in the comments section. I thought this thing went live for some reason. We had some technical difficulties. Are you on with me? Let me know. We're in the hitty. Who's on? Let me know. Type a 9 in the comments section. I thought this thing... Nine. All right, we're in there. My apologies. Listen. My apologies. I actually made the presentation. I thought I was live. And the reason that I say 9 is because it represents the truth in this video. I will show you, yes, you, my beloved viewers, $100,000, grants of up to $20,000, grants for everyone. As I have presented time and time again, I actually had pulled up a bunch. I was talking to myself through the software. My apologies. I don't do many lives. And again, I have listed all of these results on our spreadsheet, most specifically on the individuals tab, on the capital tab. Someone asked me some questions about some grant programs out in Cali. I picked up, or actually Lawrenceville, Georgia right here. I pulled up that result and I spoke on it. I didn't communicate it to you live. My apologies again. Lawrenceville, if you visit the locals tab right here, you've got some of the results that I picked up while I was performing queries for you. Now, in terms of $100,000 grants, you want to take a look at this page right here. Black Founders. And upon visiting, you will find people that are raising all kinds of funds for their organizations. If you remember, for those of you who have been with me from the jump since the onset of the pandemic, I thank you so much. May God bless each and every one of your souls. Some of the first grants that our viewers won were from the Small Business Growth Fund. You got 5 people to donate $500, and GoFundMe matched $500. Now, this works almost the same way. This person raised $111,000. Another person over here raised $29,000 right here. Understand? And we've got more opportunities over here. I apologize for not getting to you sooner. I was actually talking. Someone had said they wanted information on how they can get into a home with grants for down payments or whatever they needed right here. You visit FHA.com, and I've got a link to it on our spreadsheet that you can access by subscribing to our newsletter at bit.ly/Neil Rod, okay? And you have access to these resources that I have included. What's up, Debbie Thomas? What's up, Great Deals? Thank you for sticking with me. My apologies. Rod Jennings, my man, Keith, Patrick, Harlan, Joshua Blanco, Rebecca, Renee Grayson, Great Deals, Patrick. The reason that I tell you to type in the number 9 because the 9 is the truth. Understand? And that is what I aim to share here. If you add any number to 9 and subtract it from that number and add it up again, you'll always get to 9. Tell me, any one of you, how old are you? Type that in the comments section and I'll show you real quick just so you can understand that what we share here is the truth. That doesn't need the darkness to continue to shine and to show you exactly the type of information you need to be the lamp of your lifetime. So for instance, if you are 60 years old, you add 6 plus 0, you get 6. You subtract that from 60, you get 51. 5 plus 1 is 6. And then you subtract 51 minus 6, you get 55. And then you get 5 plus 5 plus 10, and you keep on doing it. You can always get back to, all right, so 39. 3 plus 9, real quick, is 12. You subtract 12 from 39, and you get 37, if I'm not mistaken, right? 38, 39, 37, and 3 plus 6 equals 9. It all goes back to 9. Anyway, let's get through these grants. I just wanted to show you something real quick, why I tell you to pound that 9. If you know about the student loan forgiveness program that the Biden administration instituted, they just forgave about $1,000 worth of loans. So this is another grant for everyone into which you should tap, studentaid.gov. Now, let's go ahead and respond to some of those questions that people posted. Someone talked about a Lawrenceville, Georgia grant. I pulled up this particular resource by performing a few quick queries that I teach you how to execute when you hop on our ebook that you can buy at bit.ly/RodSQ. Okay, I'm letting you know quickly because I was supposed to be on top of this earlier. I believe this is also in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Someone also asked, where is a good place for them to open up a business checking account? Now, you typically want to have a checking account, at least one, in a mainstream institution's coffers. Why? Because if you have to take deposits from a certain place, as a matter of fact, one of the biggest snags that organizations ran into when trying to collect funds for the economic injury, disaster, loans, and advances was that they had Chime accounts and they had all these online fintech accounts, and they would get an error when the SBA would try to wire them the money. You need a mainstream platform. I never had those issues because I always had my account on Chase and Wells Fargo. The beauty about Wells Fargo is that regardless of where you at, all you have to keep is a $500 minimum daily balance. Okay, you can open it with like $5 or whatever the case may be, and you've got your money and you're working with a major financial institution. At one point, they were giving out $7,000 credit lines, and I'm not sure they're doing that anymore, but that's another one option to explore. Not financial advice, simply what we're doing. Someone talked about Oregon. All right, if you're in Oregon, I pulled up this one right here, usgrants.org, Oregon Small Business Grants 2023-2024. Again, I pulled these resources up with a couple of quick queries, and that's exactly the type of tactic that I teach on our ebook that you can buy, and you can go ahead and visit our exclusive webinar that we're holding tomorrow, our workshop, which is a Q&A for the ebook where we will get more specific in terms of finding resources that are better suited for someone in your situation by hitting bit.ly/iRod. Listen, cost to get in is like $47. So listen, I know a number of you are like, you're trying to flip me something. That's the only way we make this operate. That is the reason why that we live in the biggest and hottest democratic experiment known to man, the superpower. And in this country where we have an abundance of resources available for us to tap is because we exchange. It's only a tool that I'm using so I can continue to deliver this information and put you on a path towards financial security to ensure that you get everything required to serve the people that you love, the people that are assigned to you. Someone spoke about also a food truck, that they want to get a food truck financed. Right here, thefinimpact.com, food truck grants to get your business on the road. If you want to start a food truck business but don't have the capital, grants are a great option. Food truck grants from the federal government. Again, Small Business Administration has the Boots to Business Service Disability Veteran Entrepreneurship Training Program, Veterans Business Outreach Centers, grants.gov, Grant Watch, Community Development Block Grant, Economic Development Agency, the U.S. Economic Development Administration provides grants to scale up startups. The EDA's Build to Scale grant program is focused on scalable startups if you have big plans for your food truck or fleet. That's through the EDA. Call these people. It's not only about performing these queries online. Give them a call, ask them, especially when an organization has staff that works for the federal government, an agency rather. Their job is to serve you, to give you the tips on how you need to operate their websites, their digital assets, so you can find the information that you need. Understand? Restaurant Revitalization Fund through the SBA, Community Economic Development Program. You've got all kinds of resources that I was able to find by simply performing the tactics that I will be showing you more about in tomorrow's exclusive workshop. NHT, New Hanover County. Someone mentioned New Hanover County. This is actually the person that is from Wilmington, who is eligible, who isn't eligible, right here. nhcgov.com. And I'll go ahead, again, I'll include that in our new tab, Locals. And listen, if I do not get to everyone today, we're going to get at it real quick. Harlan, you're 51. Well, I think we did 51. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 minus 51 is 55. 5 plus 5 is 10. And then you take 5 plus 5. I forgot how to do it again. Anyway, let's do it. I'll show you how to do it again if you jump on tomorrow. Oh my God, I feel so privileged to hear you live in California, Rod. I lost Mom. dad, stepdad, 2 brothers. Then I lost my husband of 34 years. My condolences to you, Great Deals for you. I know it's tough. I mean, I lost my unborn son. Well, he was born, but weighed 1 pound. And that thing, I mean, the whole ordeal, not talking about him as a thing, but the whole ordeal was traumatizing for my entire family. What banks can you open an account with if you have bad credit? You may try Wells Fargo. I'm not sure. I keep Stellar Credit. It's always well into the 700s. I'm not sure if they yank a credit score to open an account, but you may want to try with Wells Fargo. As long as you don't owe anything to the bank itself, they should let you operate. What party into an institution does not check your personal credit when you want to open a business account? If I'm not mistaken, I mean, they may check your credit, but as long as you don't owe them money, they may let you open the account. I've been in a situation where they open. Here's the problem now. I'll tell you exactly what I have encountered, because I'm fully transparent. I'm just like you. One time there was a judgment against me, and I owed, I believe it was about $5,000 to $8,000 or so to some organization. They got an injunction against all of my assets, didn't have anything at the particular time, and my account went to negative 12,000 in commerce. I go up to the teller and I show my paycheck. I was working at the time. I'm like, I want to deposit this. And she's like, you can't deposit. I got to talk to the supervisor. You owe $12,000. So I took my check back real quick because I didn't want him to swallow it up, trying to pay back that $12,000. And they told me it was an injunction against me. So that's what could happen if you're owing people money. Now, you want to get out of that debt as quickly as possible. Pay off your smallest debts as quickly as possible, because some of them, they stick with you for life. And you may not want, like, for instance, I owed Navy Federal about $1,400 that I had completely forgotten about. And I wanted to open an account with them. I couldn't open an account with them until I paid it. I paid it off. Then I got it. Then I got like $75,000 from them in a line. So you want to pay this stuff off, but how do you do that? You start selling your products or services. A number of you, I see people complaining about the sermons, but listen, I read the Bible because it is the document that instructs you how to prosper on this planet. Remember about the lady, they told her, check what oil you got in your house, go flip that oil. That's exactly what I do sometimes. I take my used items, I don't throw stuff away. If it's electronics, I don't throw it away. I put it up on eBay, make a few bucks off of it, right? Why not? My car got wrecked because I got T-boned the other day. I'm not sure if I sold the keys already, but actually my former car, I sold the keys. I got like $20 for the keys. There's money all around you. You simply, just like in the Garden of Eden, the devil tells you, focus on that one thing you can't get, whereas there's all this abundance right beside you to which you could tap. You just gotta not let the devil speak through you, understand? And that's not even BS. Okay, that biz so messed up, glad you thought quick. Yeah, absolutely. Unauthorized third-party access to my bank accounts have ruined my personal banking. Did try to open up a personal account at Wells Fargo by walking to the branch and asking them to open my checking account. Unfortunately, was turned away because I didn't make an appointment first. Yeah, you got to make appointments now. That's how it works with all banks. Due to COVID and all this other stuff, that I believe that's what it caused. So I just turned 29. Yeah, Rebecca. Oh my God, feel so privileged. All right, what else we got over here? Monroe, Louisiana. How can I help you, Coco Smith? I just hope Rob doesn't come out screaming. It's final at the service. There's no thing. I'm very spiritual. Thank you, Rebecca. And you need to be spiritual. Spiritually sound and physically sound. Wonderful documentary. Unfortunately, nobody wants to watch or care. Your idea. Listen, I care, Rebecca. Understand? And trust me, your word is your flesh. Whatever words that you use will become what comes to life in your life. Because everything you see around us, again, all right, without getting too spiritual, is made up of words, okay? The person who put together this mouse that I'm using to browse through this stuff, it was first a word. Steve Jobs looked at it and he called it a mouse. And I think they called it a mouse. Don't quote me on it. Perhaps I'm wrong. He developed it for his system. He improved the way it operated. Now it's a mouse everywhere. It's a multi-billion-dollar product. Understand what I'm saying? So your words will become flesh. So just ensure that you don't have negativity spewing out. Always positive. It's always about the words. You let negativity reign in your brain, and that is what you will put forth and manifest before you. Unauthorized, amen. Absolutely. So what else? I believe I answered everybody's question, if I'm not mistaken. I truly apologize because I was going at this hard for like 30 minutes and responding to people and getting back to people as promptly as possible. I had spoken about the America Seed Fund, which I like this program. I actually know an organization that won some money from them. You get up to $2 million from the federal government for simply having an idea. So you don't have to have the business in operation. You simply have to have a technologically innovative idea. You present it through a pitch, and if they take it, then you move on to the next round where you have to have your paperwork and your filings in order. Best sources for grant funding: having a notary and bookkeeping business. Okay. Grant funding, these are the type, look, for notary, and you get specific. Bookkeeping business, right? 98 business grants for organizational diversity, equity, inclusion. How to incorporate your notary. Okay. Look, North Carolina, business administration grants for organization. Is this it? Well, what I'm going to do, what I'm looking at right now is that, all right, right here, they take you to Grant Station. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to walk you through. These are grant databases. Some of them are paid, but they're well worth it because they will get you opportunities where you have more than a 10% chance of winning these things, because these things typically, they award less than 10% of the people that apply, especially these national programs. If you look into these grant databases, you'll find programs that have a greater chance, and you can take a look at the documents to ensure. You'll see information on the funders. So let me see, grant and notary. These are the types of opportunities for which you have to query right here on Google. And then you get more specific. These are all the tactics that I teach on our ebook that I am flipping. And, sign up. Again, it's a shameless plug, but listen, this is business. You've got to get in business. And if you help me operate this business, I'll help you operate yours. And trust me, I've coached people, felonies, bad credit, 0, 300,000, 500,000 without exaggeration. Like I showed you yesterday, I work with the Barack Obama 2012 campaign, AOL, iconic organizations across the planet. We make it happen. What else we got? I take the hard times, jealousy, anger, and I wrote a book to make it in the way I want it to end on Amazon. Make it about you. Yep. Good job, Sherry. Absolutely. I mean, find a way to help people through your story, Sherry, and everyone else who's listening. Because through that story, you typically can help people. For instance, just like the story that I just told you right now, I went and I noticed that there was an overdraft of $12,000 in my account. I took my check back real quick. I said, no, I'm not doing it there. I had to pay the 2 or 3% or whatever to cash it at a check casher and then fix that problem with the organization. You can also call these organizations and work out payment plans. Of course, the ebook that I'm going to distribute for people who sign up for our webinar tomorrow is going to show you a couple of template letters that you can use to go ahead and dispute some of the items and get it off at least on off your credit bureau report, your credit agency's report, your consumer agency report for enough time for you to be able to put yourself together, perhaps get some credit so you can move forward with your life, to get a car, do whatever it is that you need to do to be whatever it is you need to be on this planet to serve the people that you are assigned to serve. So you take your story and you identify how can someone else leverage that. Use my mistakes, learn from them so they don't commit the same mistakes, and just put it up for sale on Samcart or on ClickFunnels. I'll show you. I'll get more specific with that. Work with our premium system, and trust me, we'll get it. And also keep watching. If you can't, for some reason, just can't put the money together, whatever the case may be, I'm aiming to get as many people as possible, clocking millions in a matter of days to weeks in a short time as possible. I was able to do it without being born with a platinum blunt in my mouth. You can as well. And if anyone is telling you anything different, if your own brain and everything that you think is scarcity exposed to you, that's the demonic forces that are manifesting themselves and trying to convince you into saying, listen, that one tree that you can't eat from, that's the only thing. That's why you have nothing. You're crap. You're not like God. You're nothing. Understand what I'm saying? Whereas you have all this abundance that you're ignoring because of it. Herb, sign up. Sign up. For starters, bit.ly/iRod. That should do it right there. That should load up. Yep, of course. Go to site. Bang. That loads this joint right up right here. We're going to drop this tomorrow. Understand? And it's only $47. You got to think about where you've put $47 and it's done nothing for you. I know I've spent $47, sometimes $1,000. Understand? I could name a couple of places where I'm like, and it did nothing for me. And there was not even an intention to have it do anything for me. Understand? So $47, listen, I pay more for a Five Guys burger run with the fam. It's like $60 to get 4 burgers for out in Five Guys. Understand what I'm saying? Where this is going to feed your mind. Man does not live off bread alone, but bread for the mind. Understand what I'm saying? Why did Solomon become the wisest man on this planet? Richest person to live. He would probably be a trillionaire at this juncture if he'd been alive during these times, is because when God asked him, what do you want? Give me wisdom. I'm just a kid. Whereas you made me king of all of these people. Give me wisdom so I can serve them. He said, you didn't ask for anything else. Now, because you asked for wisdom, I'll give you those riches. I'll give you everything and I'll make you the wisest person ever. Do that every single day for 28 days and watch your mind shift. Because this is what you got to fix first. Understand? This right here. Once you correct what's in here, the way that you see things, it's all about how you perceive the world. Is the glass half empty? Is it half full? That's how you have to always see it as half full. Bottom line. Biggest lie ever told. Especially when I raised my hand, girl, in the army and set out, give my life to save someone else's freedom. Worst mistake I made was believing what someone told me. Exactly. Amen and thank you. Don't believe what someone tells you, especially the devil. Because all that negativity, that's the devil speaking, if you got it. I hope this live stream is available at a later time so I can watch it and actually get some information from it. Looking to start a construction business in the Bronx. Where do I start? Construction, grants, Bronx, right here. And again, these tactics, I'm teaching them on our spreadsheet. Okay? Bronx. Didn't I put the Bronx in? All right, listen, I got to get out of here. Keep dropping those comments. Again, join us in our exclusive workshop tomorrow. I didn't put the Bronx. My bad. Bang. Bronx, New York. These are the tactics right here. Capital projects. Non-city owned. And I'll drop these joints right on the locals tab right here. I'll keep dropping these things so I can serve you. Thank you so much.